What's up? Man, I feel like every time I record a video, it's been a long time since I've recorded a video. What's up, guys? 2.5 RayS here. I am really excited about today's video because I got something in the mail that I wanted for so long, ever since I wanted the car. And it's a quick release steering wheel. And you know, for the longest time I wanted to put one in, but I never really found a good reason to. And I figured, why not, since I'm doing the swap this summer, why not do like a quality of driving experience upgrade and get a quick release, because it feels cool, looks cool. So check this out. This is a Sparco. Oh, it's gonna pop out. This is a Sparco L777. I just really like Sparco a lot, and I want to go Sparco everything at some point. And this wheel was being sold online at a price I literally couldn't say no to, so figured now was the time. And these bolts should go right up to the NRG quick release hub that I have in the STI. For those of you who don't know, the STI I have sitting outside has a bunch of goodies, and the main reason I have it is for the STI swap on the car, but it has some other things that I want as well, like the strut tower bar, which I'll do that as a video as well. But the main thing we're gonna pull out today is the quick release hub. So let's go take a look. Now we are at the STI. Time to uncover her. I'm not even gonna bother taking off the whole cover because I'm just trying to get to the driver's seat today. Before I open the door, I want everybody watching at home to just tell me, what do you think about the following? Tell you one thing's for sure, it smells really bad in here. Got it. Ooh, I'm gonna want to wash my hands after that. And for those who are worried, don't, because I will clean these seats up. I'll do the whole shabam, remove all that mold. Disgusting, man. Ugh, I don't even think I should be breathing this crap in. All right, next I'm gonna remove a little hub here, and then rip the back of this quick release part off, transplant it onto the Sparco. Crack all these suckers. There's that. This part seems simple enough. Disconnect the spade. Bada boom. That's coming out with me. God, I have to be careful what I put my hand on in here because it probably isn't molding. Look at me, I'm on my freaking knees so I can get at this. Alright, then it's big nut time. Alright, this sucker's a 17 in case anybody asked. There, popped it off with a flathead from the back. Don't know how long that guy's been on there. Alright, now for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to leave this nut on the column here because I'm probably going to have to bring my wheel onto this just so I can steer it into the garage. Then I'll reuse my nut on my car. Not mixing nuts, if you know what I mean. Alright, real estate is scarce in my house, so we're going to start by taking this moldy wheel off of the quick release backing here. These were not even that tight. Alright, now that is off, good riddance. Alright, I went ahead and stopped recording because I've ran into several dilemmas, first of which I'm going to show you here. This is the hub adapter that came out of the STI here. Take a look at it, very distinct. Now, take a look at my clock spring. I'm going to try and slide this on for demonstration, but as you can see, it clearly does not fit. This whole harness thingy here
This has to come out. And I think what I'm going to end up doing is taking off this little trim around the steering column and then ripping this whole clock spring out. I'm going to chase these wires all the way back because the airbag light does bug me. And I'm going to put a resistor down where these wires end up going further back into the dash, so it's just out of this whole steering area. I don't have to worry about it. If you're going to do this on your RS as well, make sure you take pictures of the wires so you don't forget what they look like. This looks like it's yellow wire with blue stripe. Yellow wire with black stripe is its ground. And then for some reason my horn has three wires when I never had anything but a horn in it. I didn't have cruise control or nothing. But take pictures of those too. White with a red stripe, black with a red stripe, green with a red stripe. So I'm gonna pull this off, pull this out, snip these, put a resistor on these two, and then I'll get to the horn problem. I thought I was recording and I wasn't. Hate it when that happens. Anyways, I've had a sudden change of heart here. I'm gonna keep the clock spring just because without it I lose all horn function altogether. So basically what I did is I snipped the two metal pieces here because this piece from NRG that goes on after the clock spring doesn't really fit onto my clock spring. I understand it's for a 2005 STI, so it's not really meant for this, but trying to make it work. Anyways, I went ahead and snipped the two plastic areas, this little plastic cover here, popped this guy off with the flathead, pretty easy. And now looking in here, really all I want, my goal is to have the horn work with the Sparco wheel I got. So I don't really care about the airbag or whatever these other options are. The green wire is the ground for the horn. Don't know what the black and white are with the red stripe, don't really care. So I'm just gonna get rid of them. Yellow are the airbags. And I can put the resistor for the airbag really anywhere. It doesn't have to be here, and since real estate's kinda tight in here, I'm gonna have to trim this whole little section where the ribbon area meets with the copper. I'm gonna trim this area here so it'll fit inside, because as of right now, it's hard to show you, but there really isn't any space for this plug to fit in. Right now this hub is not all the way down onto the clock spring, and as you can see I've got all my wires sticking out here. Here's the horn plug, here's the airbag plug, and it is sticking out, so there's a gap there. It's not gonna fit. These plugs are way too big. They don't go through this hole. This is where I am now. I've snipped off that side of it and I've snipped the wires, so still got some length on the horn here. The ribbon is intact. That was the big deal. I don't want to accidentally rip the ribbon or something, because then the clock spring's fucked, and then I don't have a horn coming through the clock spring. I went ahead and trimmed some more as well as filed some more. This whole assembly is getting real loose now, so I'm going to electrical tape the whole damn thing just so it's safe from starting a fire. I don't think it will, but also to give it some structure. I'm going to try to fit it again under that NRG hub. Alright, so I believe this is a secure area for the hub now. There's still a little bit of gap here, but I just can't seem to close it with how big that plastic piece is with the ribbon. I believe this is safe. It's securely on, and I'll definitely do some tests after, and if it needs to be pushed tighter, I'll do it. But for now, I'm just trying to get through the process. I got the ground here, and this is the horn. I'm going to put a female spade connector on this because the other side has a male. Also a good note, for anybody who's doing this, it's a good time to stop and take a break. Your horn works, so here's the ground, there's the other ground, and it works. Cool. Alright, now that that's crimped, I've connected it to the yellow wire and the black wire to the black. And the way this is going to go in, the way I remember it, is always the 4 ball bearings. The 4, you know, there's 4 and then there's 6 on top. There's a little spacing on the bottom 4. Bottom 4 always go on bottom, so it's going to go on like that. Put the screws in, and then we'll get the wheel figured out. Positive will be on the right. And then star pattern, because I want it tight. Alright, and before I put the wheel on, I'm going to reattach the bottom of the steering column. Okay, so now that we've got the hub to fit inside my car, now we've got to get the actual quick release part to fit onto the wheel. My main problem here is these are two male spade connections. One of these needs to be female, and I don't know which one's ground. I'm gonna guess it's this one, but I'm not sure. So I'm gonna make my own little hodgepodge thing here. I got some extra wires with the Sparco wheel, so I'm gonna snip this up and make another double-sided female, and use that one as the ground. And if the horn doesn't work immediately, I'll know to switch them around. So I think if anything, I won't bolt this up right away and just test to make sure the horn works. And if the horn works, then we continue. All right, now that that's made, I'm gonna try this outside one as the ground, and have the positive be that center little male tab.
I'm not glad the camera wasn't rolling. I already have the wheel in, as you can see. And yep, I picked the wrong one. I just tried to reconnect the battery and it fucking set off the horn, and I was, you know, I'd mentally prepared myself, but in that moment I'd forgotten, and it almost scared the poop out of me. All right, so I think I found the issue. It wasn't that I was plugging into the wrong tabs. There was, man, I don't know if you can see it, but the bottom of this yellow wire was actually touching the metal here. I've bent it since then, but it was bent towards the metal here, and it was actually contacting and causing the short, so the horn was going off every time it touched the metal, but now it's not. So time for reassembly. All right, I got a little caught up in the heat of the moment, but the outer male spade goes to the yellow wire, and pain in the ass to fit this thing in. I had to bend the tabs all the way up just so they would fit in this tiny area. There's not a lot of space in this little area in here, so I had to bend the tabs that were poking out like this. I had to bend them all the way up, especially the center one was the worst, because the center one would take up space no matter what position it was in. So bent those all the way up, both of them. Then I had to have my dad come over, 2.5 Dad S, what a beast, and I would just press this thing down as I was screwing it in because I wanted to jump back out. The space in here is not big enough for this wheel. I don't know if anybody else has had that problem, but I'd love to elaborate on it more if anybody has the same issue. Other than that, I've got these two bolts in. Now I'm getting the rest of the bolts for the hub in, and then we're done. All right, everything is on. Everything's on this as well. Horn looks like it's perfect. It's right in the center. So here I go. Boing! And there's the sound everybody loves. And it works. Cool. That was my main gripe. All right, so the next thing is for a test drive to try this thing out, because holy smokes, it's kind of in my chest. It feels like a go-kart. All right, well, we'll see how long that works. Everybody see me? Everybody at home, can you see me? Say something if you can't see me. Ooh, I love the feel of this wheel. It just feels so good. The best part about it so far is that it feels incredibly light, and I love that. It feels great. I mean, for those of you who can't tell, I'm trying to get a theme in the interior here of black, red, and white, and now I've got a steering wheel that kind of nails the theme. Oh, I just realized the worst part about this, the steering wheel. Can't reach the stocks. Look how far that is. I can kind of reach it. Damn. The clock spring. So by keeping the clock spring, I do get that auto turn signal canceller. If you remove the clock spring, you don't get the horn, you don't get the indicator canceller. You lose a whole bunch of stuff.
Wow. Let me just do that a few times real quick. Awesome. Well, everybody, this is my first time owning a quick release, and I just freaking love this thing so much. I think I made a great choice in my opinion, and I'm gonna be a Sparco man for life. Framed my old steering wheel there. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I didn't really know what I was doing today. I was just kind of moving through it and trying to get the wheel on, but thank you for staying tuned. Go ahead and leave a like if you enjoyed, and let me know how your experience is with quick releases.